Well, howdy, everyone. Welcome to Bears of a Certain Age. We are live on tape here on this happy Monday. If you missed our last couple of live Instagrams, Johnny and I were in Las Vegas. I'm still in Palm Springs, and we had a couple of fun live ones. And then we had our great episode last week that we aired with the date coach himself. That was a lot of fun. So, Johnny, how you doing, sir?
I am doing amazing. I wanted to say I'm doing an ode to my history. Ash and Jay, That's Graceless, was one of my first podcasts I ever did.
I love that.
So I still have the t-shirt.
That is very cool.
That was a fun show. That was
nice. We should have wore
A
their
retro.
t-shirts we got from Hunters. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. I have that seasoned t-shirt I bought down
Oh, there you go. Maybe I'll put the Bears one on for our next episode here. I'll wear it next time. So how's everything going now that you're back in Spokane? We had a Bear reunion. Johnny and I got to meet for the first time in beautiful downtown Las Vegas on July, God, what was that, the 6th? Spent 2 glorious days there. Had the best cupcakes in the world. We had fun with the interns. That was a good weekend, my friend.
That was. I have a question. We stayed, before I went back, we stayed at M Resort. And there was that issue with the lights. Did you ever figure it out?
I figured it out. That was so funny. Johnny and I...
Bears got the best of me. Said bears on my fantasy. Said bears ain't what I like. We do it all night, all right. Bears that don't discriminate. I take a carbon chop to circumnavigate. Steal my heart and let it percolate all night, all right. Bears got the best of me. Said bears on my fantasy. Said bears ain't what I like. We do it all night, all right.
New York, our first time into Vegas, but Johnny flew out of Vegas. We went back the following week. And this M Resort's my first time there. Was a gorgeous room, gorgeous resort. I mean, they put a lot of money. It was probably 15 miles from the Strip. But they were conserving energy, so you had to put your card key in a slot for the lights to turn on. Then they kept turning the frick off, and that was driving us crazy. Yes. Well, I don't know if I even showed you, but they gave us 3 room keys when we got in, which I thought was weird.
Oh.
If you keep a room key in there the whole time, it'll stay on.
Oh.
So you had to leave the room key in there and turn the lights on and off. So
because the way I was doing it, you would put the card in and take it out, and you would only get 60 seconds of light.
It would give you about 15 to 45 seconds of light. You're in the bathroom, da-da-da. And the room was kind of dark. I mean, and then also forget that, we had those little shades against the back that you could pull up and look at the pool. Those were electric shades. I found a button and up and down. Yeah, I learned how to use the resort after you left. We kind of, the first day we didn't know too much.
I love that. And I love that they say they're conserving energy, and yet it's a casino hotel. There are lights everywhere.
It's a casino. Ding, 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 lights everywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
And by the pool, there's a gigantic stage where Ice Cube is going to perform with all the swimmers, and the lights are everywhere.
A huge LED screen behind the stage.
Yes,
absolutely crazy.
So funny.
Vegas was amazing, though. We had some of the best cupcakes in the world. I got to introduce you to my friends at Showboy Bake Shop in beautiful Las Vegas. Actually, they're right out there in Henderson, Nevada, right next door, actually.
Yeah.
How cool was that little shop?
Oh my God. And they're the nicest people ever.
Jared and Steven.
I was talking to them.
Beautiful married couple. Steven's from England. Jared's from local here. And they've been doing Stephen used to perform all the time in Broadway shows and everything. And then they opened up
Right.
this business and they just became the go-to cake and cupcake maker for all of Broadway and now Vegas. And it has some cool stuff.
They just did a Rubik's Cube cake today, and it looks amazing. Just
They're so
amazing.
talented.
Yeah.
It's
Very.
and their shop so New York, so fun. I mean, it's just a beautiful shop.
It's so Broadway.
Very much so.
Yeah. Their walls are covered with playbills of all the shows that they've seen. It's amazing. It's crazy. They're the ones that told me that the new Broadway show, Death Becomes Her, is worth seeing. It's supposed to be hilarious and
They
amazing.
had the inside intel and said it's going to be a great show. So I know you were worried about
Right.
that. And I had heard kind of rumblings,
Right.
but they got the scoop and it's good to go.
Love that.
My phone keeps beeping. Let me turn my phone off there. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we did that. Went to DW Bistro for brunch with the interns. That was a beautiful place. Wow.
Delicious. So fun. And the PR person for the restaurant was just so sweet.
So nice. Oh,
very
sweet.
Great. I mean, they are very physical and touchy.
Very touchy. They were all touchy. And I think, and did we talk? I think we talked about in the live on a little bit. Our good buddy Randy Slavacek treated us to a burlesque show while we were there. We were originally going to go to Chippendales, but of course we have my fantastic straight ally intern Ben. I thought, well, I don't want to really subject him to Chippendales, even though it's very fun for guys to go. You can kind of sit in the back and watch women go crazy up front. So I thought we'll try the burlesque show over at the Stratosphere. Don't know if that was a success. What was your thoughts?
I didn't hate it. It was an experience, and I love an experience. But I just talked to your intern Ben the other day. He still does not love it, and I thought it was all right. It was okay.
It was an okay show. Yeah. I mean, I think it was a little over top on the MC, and of the MC hostess was about 9.5 months long, and kind of took me out of it. I was waiting for the baby to pop at any turn, but it was interesting, very interesting.
I have to say, there's a little bit of an echo, Kurt, just so you know. But what I do love is to hear what Australians think Southern Americans sound like.
That MC had an accent you couldn't quite place, but it was an Aussie doing a Southern drawl. Very interesting.
It felt like a spaghetti western.
Right. Very
right. Crazy. But with a lot of naked people.
But it was hot in Vegas too. I mean, we stayed inside most of the time. We didn't go out too many other places. We didn't walk the strip or anything. It was just too dang hot.
They broke a heat record while we were there. And then Palm Springs did the same thing.
Yeah, Palm Springs. I talked about on the live today. Palm Springs finally broke the heat wave. We're down to the very normal summer temps of about 104, 105. It was 102 yesterday, which was very nice. I enjoyed that a lot. But it was warm in Vegas and for here for the first 3 weeks. It was crazy hot here. So.
It got to 124 when I was there.
Johnny and I made it to Palm Springs, and our second night there, we had our little bear night. We went to drag bingo at Hunter's Bar and had a great time, just kind of talking to people and meeting people. But it was hot just in the bar. I mean, it was warm.
Oh yeah. We had two of your former guests, one of my former guests, Zach Day,
singer,
and Queen Surjette came down, and they were wonderful.
Exactly, yeah. Queen Surjette, of course, was on Bears of a Certain Age and on Johnny and I's regular podcast, and I had my buddy Jason Stewart come in and Mel England come in, fantastic actors, and Then we had Zach Day in town, who's an amazing singer-songwriter that was on The Voice season 13 or 14 and just an amazing singer. So it was a fun time. We had a
Yeah,
good time. Wasn't super crowded that night, but it
it
was
was fun.
8,000 degrees on a Wednesday, so I didn't really blame
Yeah, it was a bit much, is
anyone.
what it was for
Exactly.
sure.
But we went out to eat a
But
lot here. We
yeah,
ate quite a bit. We ate pretty good, and that was fun,
let's not talk about how much weight I gained when I got home.
right?
But worth it for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I've eaten out way too much while I was here. My little room comes with a full size refrigerator and a mini stove, and I've barely used the stove top at all. Unfortunately, I said I was going to,
Oh,
and I'm too lazy. But it's like it's been horrible.
well, also don't add heat to an already hot
Exactly.
environment. Just saying.
The food here is so
Yeah.
expensive. I mean, the cheapest thing that's on the menu is $16 and $17, but oh well, it is what it is.
Oh my God. We went to one restaurant. I forget the name of it. It was really good. It was one of our first days. I remember it was a person's name. Um, and I shared a picture of the painting that was right beside us. And I'm pretty sure a gay guy made the painting.
Probably
I'm just
yes,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was where I think we started comparing peaches to the backsides of people
Exactly,
because
exactly.
it was so accurate. It was uncomfortable.
And I don't know what effect we had. I don't know if we scared all the bears out of town or we just made them too jealous, but they're closing the barracks on Sunday.
Yeah, that makes me very
Very sad.
sad. And I'm sure because the last time I was there was pre-pandemic when I went into the barracks. So I'm wondering if if that had something to do with it. I also believe they changed ownership during the last few years. It makes me sad. It was a really good place. But the tool shed is still open for people
Right.
who
And
need
I
a
think
little
they did the
edge
hokey pokey
to
and turned
their
around and did a lot of fun stuff there too. So I think we got a little trouble for
Yes.
that. I did go to the tool shed for
There
the
was a
first
lot of
time.
turning
Tool
around.
shed is still tiny in the front, but they built this great big patio at the back, which is a lot of fun. So of course it's been 8,000 degrees, so I haven't enjoyed the great big
Oh yeah.
patio in the back. But I did go see it and spent one night there. I mean,
Tiny in the front, big in the back. That's how a lot of guys
kind of
like
like
it.
my
So
flotation device on my ass. I've been using the pool the entire time. I haven't needed a floaty. They provide
I love
complimentary
it.
floaties.
There's two events coming up in Palm Springs that I need to quickly become very wealthy because Western Exposure is happening on October starts on October 10th, I think, in Palm Springs. It's gonna be amazing. I wish I was there. And then of course Pride in November. So I just need to keep coming back. That's all I have
And
to
then I'm
say.
very bummed. A week after I leave, mid-August is Bear Week up at Big Bear Mountain. So I'm missing Bear
Oh,
Week in Big Bear.
love. That's perfect. Now tell me, I believe, I don't know if you've gone yet or not, but there is a thing, is it called Club Chub?
Club Chub is in LA, actually. Our good
Have
friend
you
Ava
been to
Box
it
was there,
yet?
and Danny
Or,
Franzese was there last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. So yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of a fun little place for us bigger guys.
I need to
Yeah,
know. Yeah. What part of LA is it in?
it's off Melrose. It's not too far. It's kind of I don't know what part of that
Okay.
is, but by the Hollywood. Oh, what's it called? The town center, the big 8-story thing that has 3 stories of mall on top. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
kind of right there.
Oh, so
Yeah, kind of right. Not
that's a
too far
doable
from
part of
Farmers
town.
Market and CBS Studios and everything. It's not too far.
Did it live up to its Club Chub
It was
name?
very nice. It was very nice. I got
Nice.
to meet Danny Franzese for the second time. I got to see him at DragCon the day before, and he is just
Yeah.
such a handsome and nice man. I mean, so
Very, very
sweet to
sweet.
everybody. It was San Diego's Pride that weekend too. So he was down there.
Oh,
He
nice.
ran his happy butt back and forth between the two. I mean, that guy's the busiest guy in show business. He'll go to the
Yeah.
opening of a
Yeah.
postage stamp, but he's back and forth from DragCon to San Diego Pride up to Club Chub, and he was like darting all over the city that weekend. Yeah.
Wow. Like, who can afford the gas alone in California?
Right? I found the
Crazy.
secret at the Indian casino. It's $1 and a gallon
Oh,
less at the Indian casino. It's a 20-minute drive to the Indian
that makes
casino, but it's
sense.
worth
Yeah,
$1 a gallon less. And
exactly.
there's an In-N-Out right there, so you win all the way around.
Nice. Oh, see, it's win-win.
Get my little pink lemonade to drive home, and I'm good to go.
Nice. I know I probably drink more liquid in the summer than any other time of the year. I just cannot. Even here, we were 107 when I got home and kind of ping-ponging back. But finally, because it rained today, we are at pretty normal temperatures. I think we were at 83, which I'll take. I'll take any day of the week. But we've been hovering up in the hundreds and 97 and up. And I'm like, no. I did my
Ohio was
time.
93 this week, I think. It's like
Yeah,
crazy.
no. No, thank you. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I protest.
But this is what summers are for, though, is to do something fun. Do something. So for me, it was, going down there with you. Yeah, listen, we're not around long enough not to make memories. That's all I have to say. So
we had some
it's
great
nice.
memories
Yeah.
there. We had some great time in both places. We got to do a little interview with them, which you haven't seen. I think that's going up soon. It's not up already. I'll have to double check my website. If it's up there.
Yeah.
The audio issues are difficult here. This room is so cavernous that it's just like bouncing around, echo everywhere. So that could be where the echo in here is coming from, because this room is so big. Loud.
It's such a great resort. They should add like a podcasting room so it's soundproofed, and I'm sure other things would happen in there being soundproof, but it could be supposed to be because they're such a great place. Like I would think that a lot of entertainers or people who are in the industry like we are that would be amazing.
I will suggest that to the owners. I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
I'm at the Indulge. Johnny and I were at the Indulge Resort. I'm here through August 9th, so just the end of next week or the end of the week that you'll be watching this. So I'll be here through Thursday.
Yeah.
But they're doing a special for all of our Bears of a Certain Age and Left or Straight listening audiences. You can come here Sunday through Thursday through Labor Day for only $145. And the resort has a beautiful pool and jacuzzi. It has a continental free breakfast every morning. It has a free happy hour every evening. Bring your own booze if you want. And it's just...
You don't have to wear clothing.
So
nice.
On Sundays, they pour margaritas poolside all day at the pool. They pour margaritas for everybody. It's great.
Wow. Yeah, amazing. It's a very relaxing vibe too. It's so chill. There's like everybody is respectful of each other. It's really nice. Yeah, they did a great job. So if they decide to do a little studio in there, then we need like a special that we always get because we have brought this to them. So
we can do our own.
Yeah, just put me on the list.
We can put that on as our only special podcasting booth whenever we come to town. I like that. I will get John and Sandy on that right away.
It was fun. I was telling my friends back home, I said, nothing, it's going to be a good trip when we got there and you come into the lobby and then I'm looking out to the pool and there's 3 naked men. And I'm like, okay, this is home. This is where I'm staying.
I don't know if I told you or not,
Palm Springs is amazing.
You probably already know, but the Warm Sands area is where we're in. There are 13 gay clothing option resorts within the Warm Sands area, which is probably, maybe a square mile and a half at the most. So not that
right. And then there's the one swingers resort, so I won't be going there. But where if you and your lady want to like have
that was fun, the old men's resort. That was the All World's Men Resort.
Yeah.
They switched it into a swinging singles.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys go.
Yeah, right?
No judgment here. Have a good time. I think my friend Zachary Zane would love that resort. So I told him he needs to go there because I need to like go meet him because first of all, I love him. He's so smart, so intelligent, but also he's very yummy.
There you go. So, and we found a great street where Tool Shed is on. Johnny found a great shop called Gear. Got some good fun stuff.
It is so good.
They have some great stuff. I'm sure they're a chain, but they had some amazing stuff.
They had amazing things. And here's the thing. Everything from novice and you just want fun things to if you are hardcore has that for you too. So it caters
They
to
have
everyone.
clothing, they have stuff, we'll call it stuff, and clothing and lotions and potions and posters and everything. It
Yeah.
was amazing. Then I told Johnny, I found down the street from that later, there's a fantastic bear owned little breakfast place called Townies, Townies,
Yes.
Townies Bagels, Bakery, and Cafe. It's right on the opposite corner of Gear, and they're only open from the morning till around lunchtime. They have the cutest little bagels, cutest little food, two gorgeous little bears that have transplanted here, I believe, Northern California, and they're just amazing. And the food is delicious. I loved it.
I tracked them down on Instagram. So if you want to check them out, you can find them on Instagram. So check it out. It is, the pictures alone are super cute. Just a
It's
really,
very
I need to
cute.
go
It's a
back
cute
because I
little
need to go
place,
there.
and it's the perfect. I was in restaurant for 20 years, so I think the most popular restaurants these days are those morning and lunch ones. It's the most profitable. It's the only thing you can
Yeah.
really survive anymore because food prices are so bad and staffing's so bad now. But if you're only open for breakfast or lunch, those are usually two of your highest profit margin shows. If you do really good service and really
Yeah.
good food, that's the way to go, and they do it perfect.
Also, if you live in Palm Springs, you only want to be open the first part of the day. So
That's all. Or the
it's
opposite. You
too
either want to
hot.
be open early or you want to be sleeping early and open late. One of the two. Which they don't do
It's
here. I'm
very
surprised how early
European.
things close here. I've kind of been shocked and appalled.
And you know what, though? Ever since the pandemic, every big city, even if you're in LA, does
I
that.
guess that's
Like, I was shocked when I moved to LA that there were not more 24-hour places because I thought, I'm going to the big city. There's going to be. No, there's not.
and I saw that my favorite LA place was closed. Was Basics there when you were there?
Oh, yeah.
Basics
Yeah.
was my favorite breakfast place in the entire world. It's closed down now for about 9 months.
So
I
we.
loved
Oh,
it. So
so many, I think, casualties of a bad economy. And the pandemic really changed a lot of the rules. And a lot of people weren't able to come back
right.
from it. So just rough.
Yeah, it's changed restaurants
Yeah.
in general. I mean, I'm surprised. Ohio, it made it harder, and they did change hours a bit there, but it's very noticeable here in the big city. I haven't been to a big city in a long
Right.
time, so it was very noticeable here.
Yeah. It was so nice to I have to say this. So my mom was very nervous that when I came back, I directly went to get my dog. My mom was watching my dog for me, and my dog loved it. But my mom was worried I was going to come back and be like, I miss it too much. I'm moving back. And I have to say this. First of all, I had a blast in Palm Springs. It just reiterated why it's one of my favorite places on earth. And then we got to stay in Studio City with a friend of yours, David Aresh, who we talked on the last show, but he's an author. Really smart man. He's a journalist as well. We stayed in Studio City. Studio City is one of my favorite places as well. I used to do my old podcast there. So I have a lot of good feelings for that. And then we went to West Hollywood, which everybody knows, it's not a secret. I don't love West Hollywood. That's where you start getting into people who are there just for themselves. You know, people, it's the Hollywood type vibe I don't ever vibe well
Right.
with. And so that reminded me. So I remembered what I love about LA, and then I remembered what I don't love about LA. So I told my mom, oh, yeah, no, I remembered why I don't want to live there. She was so relieved. I was like, I can celebrate the good parts of LA for sure. There were amazing things, but I do know why I moved.
Well, think
Now,
about
if
it
I
more
could
every
get a
year.
house
I
in
would
Palm
move here
Springs,
part
2
time.
seconds.
I would move here part time, but I
Yeah.
don't think I'd move here full time.
I would be in Palm Springs in 2
Yeah.
seconds. You know, it's adjacent to the world, that world. So you get to choose, and I love it. But I'm like you, I would not live there in the summer. I would not do that. Which, of course, all of my friends who have homes there, that's exactly how they do it. Nobody is there in the
Yeah,
summer.
they do.
They go
They're
there
all
during
opposite of
off-season.
snowbirds that we have in Ohio. They're kind of sunbirds, whatever they call them. They go somewhere cooler during the
Right.
summer. I would have to do that. Plus, the prices, honestly, anymore are ridiculous here. I need to spend 6 months in Ohio just to save for my 6 months here, I think.
Oh my
and
gosh.
not have that sticker
Yeah.
shock that you get.
Oh, it is insanity. Insanity. Yeah. But I mean, so beautiful. Like if I could figure out a way to be a bear of a certain age hooker, I would do that. Or just make a lot of money
There you
somehow.
go.
You know what I mean? That you go in, I don't think I want to do OnlyFans because then there's record of what I have done. So,
I
and no one
teased
needs
on
that.
Instagram the other day. I took a couple pool shots of just my feet. I said, I'm going to start an only feet account by the pool. That's about the best I'll
You
do.
could make a ton of money. Feet is apparently
I
where it's
hear
at.
it.
I'll say Noah
It's a niche.
Noah from Date Coach called me out, and I put up a new clip, and it was about showing a bit of your body because if someone likes you, you have to be comfortable with that. And I had said, I think this is great advice. It's very wise. And then he commented and said, I love that this is coming from you, who in your photo on your Instagram, you are as tightly clothed as you could possibly be. I'm like, hey now. I am pro showing skin. I am just a modest lady.
Bears of a certain age are entitled to do as I say, not what I do. I think we should have a little card in our wallets. Like, there you go.
I mean, hey, I did tell him there were pictures of me by the pool where my shirt was unbuttoned down to my sternum. That's big. And then I was wearing shorter shorts than I have ever worn in my life, and I love them. So I was living.
I was somehow prescient in my packing. I don't know what made me think of it, but I probably packed a 3-to-1 ratio of shirts to shorts, which was good because I soaked through the shirts about every 4 hours.
Oh my
It's time
God.
to change a shirt. So
For
it was
sure.
so hot here. And especially that dry heat where you don't sweat.
Shorts.
Well, you're by a pool and everything, and you sweat. It's sweaty.
I wore shorts more down there in public than I have ever in my life. So it did good things for me. Now I'm not afraid to wear shorts. So it's good times. Good times. But I love people. Definitely go check out Noah's site, datecoach.com, and then check our interview out with him. It's a lot of fun. I will tell you this. It's probably, I would say it's a rated R interview. We talk about some things on there that I was talking to my friend about today, and I love it. I love that we weren't afraid to go there, but it also I have had the most entertaining conversations. There is a thing where he talks about he is there for you to either help you be better at dating or help you be better on a hookup site. It's whatever your goal is, he's there for you. And we did talk about pictures, and that's all I'm going to say. If you want to know what we're talking about, go check out the interview. But I was laughing so hard with a friend today as we talked about that segment that I love it. Anything that causes conversation, I'm pro.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, definitely check out Noah's episode, the datecoach.com. That was a fun interview. Just we've had some good few shows here while we've been playing around.
We have. So share with your friends. Tell them all about us so that we can afford to live in Palm Springs for 9 months out of the year.
Yeah, go ahead and sponsor us up. We want to get this next time paid for because Johnny and I did a lot out of our pockets. We had a lot of fun. It's worth every dollar we spend. But
so fun.
You can't afford to do it every 6 months. That's for sure. Yeah, it's once a year.
No. I was telling you, I don't think I've had a vacation in about 10 or 11 years. And so to realize that, and then it was so much fun. That did. Now I need to not wait 10 or 11 years till the next time. So everybody sponsor us. We're waiting for you.
It was a good time, so definitely check that out. Be sure to check out Indulge Resort, who is our very generous host. Of course, Bear World Magazine helped sponsor the whole trip, so thanks so much for bringing the media awareness for that. If you happen to be in the Palm Springs area or the greater LA or Riverside area, this Wednesday, right before I leave, I'm doing a big fundraiser for the LGBTQ Center of the Desert here in Palm Springs and for the Bayard Rustin LGBTQ Resource Center in Akron, Ohio, where I'm from. We're doing a celebrity night of songs, stories, and comedy, hosted by our very good friend Del Shores. He's going to be emceeing and telling us a lot of fun stories, as he is known to do. Our best friend Tom Goss from the show is going to be coming out there, singing a few tunes for us. And then we have a good friend of mine, Patrick Ortiz, is coming out. He was on Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, and he's a great Broadway singer and dancer and all over the stage. He's going to do some Broadway and pop songs for us that he'll be singing. And then Steven Zakari from New York and LA, amazing comedian, little naughty, kind of fun, will be out doing some comedy night. So that's just $25 at the door at the Revolution Stage Company here in Palm Springs. You can go to their website, www.revolutionstagecompany.com. Tickets only $25 for a night of fun, comedy, and song. And there'll be a silent auction with a $500 gift certificate to the Magic Castle, some great clothing items from Hometown Weirdo for our good friends Adam Bucci is going to be doing that. Just so much fun. So be sure to look for that this Wednesday if you're in the area. What's going on?
And it all goes to an amazing cause. So definitely go spend money. So you get entertained and you get to support some amazing.
Exactly. What's going on with you? Anything they need to be on the lookout for, Johnny?
If you are in my area, which is the Pacific Northwest, specifically Spokane, Washington, please check it out. We're doing a lot of live events. We talked a little bit. I have a queer social networking group starting called Infusion. But also, we're doing a lot more public stuff again. You know, I took a little mini hiatus when I did the fashion show, and then I did Pride, and then, of course, we went to Palm Springs. Now that I'm back, I've had a little bit of rest. We are back to Jonathan is all over the place. Look for Johnny's face constantly. So, yeah, just check out all the things that we have going on, including all the fundraisers we'll be holding for the sitcom Almost Not Quite, because we will be shooting it in 2025. So, yeah, you know, we are always doing something.
There you go. Be sure to subscribe to us here at Bears of a Certain Age on your YouTube channel, on Spotify, iTunes. Give us that 5-star or thumbs up. That helps us rank higher in the search engines. And of course, always follow us on Instagram, the Threads, and I think that's it.
I love it. This was a lot of fun, as always. I'm so glad that you still being in Palm Springs helps me to like extend my memory and my trip there. So I'm glad you're still there enjoying yourself.
One more week we'll record one more episode while I'm here that we'll play when I'm on the road back. So yeah, so we'll record another one here.
Yes. And then we will want to hear after you get off the road if you went to New Orleans or not, because that'll be fun.
There you go.
That'll be a lot.
Look for us live next week because we like to go live on Instagram every other Monday. So go to Bears of a Certain Age. And we'll either be on the Queer Centric or at Left of Straight on Instagram. But appreciate you tuning in as always. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to you soon, Johnny.
Bye.
Bears on my fantasy. Bears into what I like. We do it all night, all right. Bears that don't discriminate. I take a carbon chop to circumnavigate. Steal my heart to let it percolate all night, all right.